One member of the Stupid Squad, Rashida Tlaib, decided to host an event regarding Israel's founding.
Ooh, yeah.
More like a mourning, she called it a catastrophe, and she got roasted for it.
You are correct!
Well, what do you expect from an anti-American, anti-Semite Trump hater? I don't expect anything less. I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this is what's next. What's up, party people? Jazz Berganzo. What's next? Your daily? Hope you're enjoying this Tuesday. Rashida Tlaib. Anything? Well, for most people, 99% of people with common sense really won't get too far. But she is one member of the Stupid Squad of Ariana Presley, Sandy Cortez, Ilhan Omar, of course, you know who's more famous for being anti-Semitic and marrying her brother, and of course, Rashida Tlaib. Well, Rashida Tlaib one day got up and said, you know what? I'm going to throw a party. I'm going to throw a party in Israel's favor because I love hating that country so damn much. Did an event regarding Israel's founding. It was more like a mourning, and she called it a catastrophe about Israel's founding. She got roasted for it, and should anyone be surprised? I'm not. This comes out of Breitbart. Squad member Rashida Tlaib slammed for hosting event mourning catastrophe of Israel's founding. What? Are you crazy? She loves America, and she loves Israel too. Michigan Congresswoman, yes, she is a member of Congress, sad to say, and far-left nutjob Rashida Tlaib is facing backlash after it was revealed she was hosting a congressional event to mark the Palestinian or Nakba catastrophe, a term used by Palestinians to refer to the creation of the Jewish state, being that she is Palestinian herself. Rashida Tlaib, a third-term member of Congress, unbelievable she's lasted this long, accused of anti-American, anti-Israel rhetoric, is scheduled to host a congressional event this week to commemorate the Nakba or catastrophe of Israel's establishment. The event, set to take place at Capitol Visit Center Wednesday, features numerous anti-Israel organization co-sponsors, such as the Radical Engage Action and Americans for Justice in Palestine. Americans for Justice. Wow. Hypocrisy. Love it. The invitation for the function, which lists Tlaib as a special guest, accuses Zionist militias of the new Israel military and having violently expelled approximately 3/4 of all Palestinians from their homes and homeland in what became the State of Israel. Quote, to uplift the experiences of Palestinians that underwent the Nakba and educate members of Congress and their staff about the history of the ongoing Nakba, let's just call it catastrophe what it is, to which Israel continues to subjugate Palestinians, we partnered together to host this congressional and community educational event to be followed immediately afterwards by a lovely dinner. We'll get to hear her lovely words in just a bit. It makes no note of Israel's declaration of independence and calls for peace in the very midst of the onslaught launched against the country's Jewish inhabitants, being met with more bloodshed, and surrounding Arab nations rejected the notion of a Jewish state and declared war instead. No, let's not mention facts and history because it's all about my feelings. In a response to the announcement, officials of the group slammed the radical congresswoman. The Republican Jewish Coalition noted that the anti-Semitic Democrat Tlaib will be hosting an event highlighting how these are anti-Israel voices in the Democratic Party, and the host and House Democrats continue to pathetically coddle them. Rashida Tlaib, who has repeatedly used anti-Semitic tropes, is hosting the event to attack Israel with groups that defend terrorism and support anti-Semitic BDS movement, wrote Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. This is outrageous. We condemn this completely, she added. Republicans stand with Israel. Imagine if Rashida Tlaib would spend as much time working on Michigan's 12th district as she spends demonizing the world's only Jewish state, tweeted, Stop Anti-Semitism, an American-based group dedicated on fighting anti-Semitism.
For me, the work that I've always done has always been intersectional. I demand always that water is a human right, not only here, in Detroit, but also in Gaza. That cutting off people from water is violence, and it's happening in the city of Detroit where I live and was raised, as well as it's happening in Gaza. And so for me, the struggles and the oppression that is happening to many of the Palestinians now, again, under apartheid, is very much as painful as watching my residents who are struggling.
I love how she compares, Palestine, which is not a state, not a country, to, apartheid, like South Africa. But anyway, last year, former Israeli ambassador to the U.S. nations, Danny Danon, accused the Progressive Squad member of espousing pure hate and anti-Semitism. The squad has a history of anti-Semitic charges and has been accused of repeated attacks on Israel while ignoring the plight of Palestinians at the hands of Hamas or Afghans under Taliban control. Again, facts matter. Previously, Tlaib's campaign was reported to have paid $170,000 to an anti-Israel activist who called for the defunding of police on multiple occasions. Again, no surprise. No one should be shocked about this. After her participation in an anti-Israel conference with purported terrorist ties, as well as having retweeted a slogan calling for the elimination of the Jewish state, Representative Guy Rothenthaler, I probably butchered his name, urged his colleagues across the aisle to join him in calling for Tlaib's immediate removal from all congressional committees. Agreed. Thoughts? I think the story went on a little bit longer, and thing is that no one should be surprised by this. No one should be surprised that one member of the idiot squad thinks this way. It's funny how when Israel defends itself, everybody has a problem with it. But when Israel is getting beat down like the kid at the new school by the bunch of bullies, oh, they're all happy and preaching and and praising, should I say, the bullies. Everyone knows Israel's history, how they fought for that land, and it's rightfully theirs. There is no such thing as State of Palestine. There never was. Israel has bent over backwards, literally, and carved out a chunk of its own state to help Palestine. How many times have they come to the table and said, let's talk about this. Let's try to iron this thing out. But as we all know, this is history. It is prophecy regarding Israel. So, of course, Tlaib is going to do what Tlaib does best. Throw around anti-Semitic tropes. Hate, 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 hate. Every day watching her and the rest of the stupid squad is like watching an episode of Chappelle at the Haters Club. That's all it is. It's all about hate. They don't want to see a two-state compromise, really. There never will be. Just never will be. But this is who she is. And the only way to get rid of her nonsense is to either eliminate her from all congressional committees. That way you silence her voice. Or you vote her out, which is probably not going to happen because these knuckleheads in Michigan will continue to do what they do best and be the knucklehead. And you wonder why Detroit and Michigan is in the state that it's in. I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.